Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain. And today, sit a while, for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22. Alright, so we're on a little bit of a roll here. We actually won our last 5 games, so we swept that 2-game series against the Giants, and then we swept the Padres in 3. So with that 5-game winning streak, we are now playing for 500. And we are 4 games out, so that means if we can continue some sustained good play, we might, who knows? Knock on wood. There's wood over here. Knock on wood. Maybe get into the playoffs for the first time since I've taken over the Expos. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's still gonna be tough. Today is gonna be a little hard. We are going to be facing the Dodgers for a 3-game series at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal. So that means we're still not gonna get to see a new stadium per se, after that I have uploaded those stadiums into my game, but the next time out it looks like we're going to be playing in Atlanta, so I am curious to see what the stadium in Atlanta is going to look like. So maybe part of bad news is, last time out we lost yet another player to injury, so we're starting to have a lot of pitchers on injured reserve, and we already don't have a great depth at pitcher, so we're starting to be running on fumes here. Katsumasa Ota should be back pretty soon here. He's out for about 1 more week. He's also been decent, so I'm hoping to get him back, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of injuries there. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started here against the Dodgers. So for the first game, we're gonna be facing Bruce Hurst, the lefty. Let's see here. Alright, so the Dodgers are going to go with Jose Offerman, Cal Daniels, Mike Piazza, Eric Karros, Darryl Strawberry, Bobby Bonilla, Willis Otañez, Todd Allensworth, and of course Bruce Hurst, the pitcher. We are going to have the rookie 19-year-old Jose Rosado on the mound. The lefty pitched pretty well so far for us. Yeah. Well, that's not his. So yeah, in 2 starts, yeah, he's 1-0, and yeah, he has yet to allow an earned run, so he's pitching pretty good. Hopefully that's going to remain that way. I'm gonna keep this lineup. We destroyed the Padres with it, so I kind of want to go here with that. So well, let's get going. As they say in baseball, play ball. Alright, top of the first, Dodgers send Jose Offerman to the plate to start the game. Pretty good average for Offerman. Good start to the season. Also has 5 stolen bases. 0-2 to Offerman. Dodgers are, of course, a pretty good team, so I'm not expecting for them to just keel over like the Padres did. And it's it to left, Calderon after it. And he catches it pretty easy. 1 out. Brings up Cal Daniels to bat. 1-2 to Daniels. And he strikes out Rosado here with the pitch inside. Alright, and now Piazza. Now Piazza's gonna be probably a tough out. He's not exactly destroying the... I mean, he has good stats, but he's not exactly destroying the league right now. He's still pretty young. 1-1 to Piazza, and that's it to center. Alright, Grissom gets it, and that's a single for Piazza. So the Dodgers are still alive here in the top of the first, and they're sending Eric Karros next. 1-0 to Karros with Piazza at first. Grounder to first, and he's out. All right, so the Dodgers get a single, but nothing comes out of it. And we are now going to get our turn at bat. So Bruce Hurst, he is 2-2 this season. He hasn't pitched too poorly, so I wouldn't expect for us to put a huge crooked number on the board right from the get-go. 3-1 to Grissom. It high, but not very deep to left, and Daniels catches it. Hey FJ, oh man, that's been a long time. I tell you were the victim of a murder or something. Well, not really. I saw you join the stream last time, even though you didn't say anything. Alright, and now Delano the Shields is next. Oh, 3-0 to the Shields. And he walks. Alright, so we have some speed on the base paths. That's good. Ivan Calderon is next. 1 out. The Shields at first. 2-1. And the Shields going, and he is safe. Okay, so full count to Calderon, and he hits it to center, and it's gonna be a hit. And that's gonna be... Ugh, they got him at home plate. I thought for sure that it was a run already. Alright, so the Shields is out at home. There's 2 outs now. Calderon made it to second, and Charles Johnson is the batter. 2-2 to Johnson. Oh, he strikes out. So what is the semester done or something for your school? Is that why you slept so much? Like you did a bunch of finals and then you just passed out? All right, Darryl Strawberry at bat. Full count on Strawberry. Oh, that's a hit. Alright, that's not good. So we allow a hit to the first batter in the inning here. So the Dodgers have a runner on first, nobody out. Bobby Bonilla is next. 2-1 to Bonilla. Oh, that has double play ball written all over it. And yes, we complete the double play. Alright, cool. Yeah, I see you haven't been super active. You haven't streamed lately or anything. You did tell me you were kind of busy. So I've been waiting. I did see on Discord though that you've been playing out of the park baseball, so apparently you got the game. I saw you in there. But yeah, was waiting to see if you were gonna stream something that I could watch. Alright, so now all of a sudden the Dodgers have 2 outs and Willis Otanez is the batter. No count on Otanez. Oh, and Billy Doran should have that, and he does. And we have the dark screen! Oh, Oblivion Death. Boom. Alright, so Mark Whitten is now the batter for us. He's going to start us off here in the bottom of the second. Whitten is not as good as a righty as he is a left-handed batter. 3-1 to Whitten. Hits it to left, and Cal Daniels is after it, and there's 1 out. Yes, they are. Funny enough, the Tigers is the worst team in my universe as well, and we are in 1994. So you took the current data Tigers, I'm guessing. They're pretty bad, too. Alright, Brett Barbery is not a batter. 1-2. Oh, a slow roller, 2 second, but he's out. Not fast enough to make it an infield hit. Alright, and now Bill Doran the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 to Doran. It's it. Oh, that's not it deep enough. And he's easily out. Cool. Alright, so top of the third, still no score. Todd Allensworth is now the batter. And he hits it to right, and that's another single. Alright, so Rosado is giving up some singles, but so far he's gotten out of it pretty good. Alright. Oh, and that's a stolen base. Alright, and now the pitcher is gonna bunt. Bruce Hurst is gonna bunt, and now the... yeah. Oh boy. What's going on with Charles Johnson? Usually he's really good at retiring base stealers. Oh, Pedak should be pretty good of the Padres. I know that you like the Padres. I like them too. He should be pretty good for you. That's one building stone. You're gonna need a few more. Alright, so Bruce, oh god, well, he's gonna swing away now, probably 1 and 2. Yeah, struck him out. That's okay. Alright, so we need to either strike out Jose Offerman or get him to hit hard right at somebody, or like a pop fly or something like that. 0 and 2. No, forget it. That's extra bases. Alright, so it's 1-0 Dodgers. They have Pedak as a reliever. I don't know if did the Padres made him a reliever. I know he was a starter last year. Well, 2 years ago is... God, yeah, it's been a while. 2 years ago, I've been watching some baseball. I had a free package through my phone provider for that. So Pedak is not a starter anymore. I'm not as much on top of my game with baseball as I am with hockey. Alright, so Offerman tripled. There's 1 out. So Offerman's at third. It's 1-0 Dodgers, and Cal Daniels is next. 3-1. Oh, and he walks. So that was the first earned run given up by Rosado. Oh god, yeah. At 30 stamina. What rate do you use? I use 1 to 100, but I mean, even if you use like 20 to 80, 30 is pretty low. Alright, so Piazza is the batter now. Runners on first and third. 1 out. We need a double play ball here. 2-0. Oh god. Wild pitch. Alright, 2-0. Yeah, 30 is still low, even with that that scale. Alright, runner on second, 1 out, full count. Piazza, oh, that's good. Alright. Okay, so he grounds out to short. Runner doesn't move. He's still at second. There's 2 outs now, and Eric Karros is the batter. 1 and 2. Oh. Yes, oh, I hate it when it's not hit very hard like that. Oftentimes it's an infield single, not this time. Alright, so we limit the damage. After 2 stolen bases and a triple, it could have been a lot worse. We're still down 2-0, but not too... One and 2 to Ray Sanchez. Is your ace pitcher somebody from the Detroit farm team, or did you trade for somebody else or sign somebody else? Right, Jose Rosado is now next. 1 out, 2 and 2 to Rosado. Oh, strikes out on a bad pitch. You shouldn't have swung at that, buddy. Alright, 2 outs for Marquise Grissom. 0 and 1. It's it. Not deep at all. Daniels has no problem catching that, and the Expos go down 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh man. Yeah, that's tough. All right, so Darryl Strawberry is the first batter here. 1 and 1 on Strawberry. And that's a single. Alright, so Rosado really not having the stuff that he had in the first 2 starts of his career. Bobby Bonilla comes up next. Nobody. Runner on first, nobody out. Sorry, 1-1. Oh, when he bunts or attempts to bunt. So now it's 2-2. Oh, that's gonna be extra bases. I needed for Rosado to pitch deep into the game. My relievers are all pretty much tired. Alright, it's 3-0. It's a triple yet again. Oh god, 13 million, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to deal with a cheap owner. Or what's worse is when you have a good owner and then he dies and then his son takes over and then all of a sudden you don't have any money for free agents and nothing. That kind of sucks when that happens. Okay, alright, so Bonilla triples, so he's at third. We allow one more run. It's 3-0. Nobody out with Otañez at bat. 2-2 to Otañez. Alright, that should be an easy out here. Alright, so Rey Sanchez catches it. Not sure why he threw it to second base, but okay. Alright, so 1 out. Todd Hollinsworth. So he stole 2 bases. 1 and 2. Alright, that's not deep enough. You shouldn't be able to score on that, yeah. Witten has a good arm. Well, so do you expect to start getting out of the basement now? I mean, after 3 years of getting the 2nd overall pick, surely you can start to move forward a little. Alright, now Bruce Hurst is the batter. There's 2 outs finally. Runner on third, still 1 and 2. And he strikes out. Alright. I should be able to let Rosado pitch at least the 5th inning more. And then we'll reevaluate from there. Bruce Hurst has been pitching pretty good. He only gave up 1 hit so far. So the Shields is the batter. 0-1 to the Shields. And that's going to be a Oppo hit. Opposite field hit. So now we have a runner on first. Nobody out. Ivan Calderon is not a batter. 1-0 to Calderon. Oh, the Shields is going. Cool. Stolen base. Now Calderon hits, but it's right at Daniel. Well, not right at him, but Daniel's. No, that's a hit. Oh. I didn't think it was going to drop. Alright, so we have runners on first and third. Nobody out, and we have Charles Johnson at bat now. Remember, he has 3 home runs in his last 2 games. Alright, 3-0 to Johnson, and he walks. Alright, we'll take the walk. Not good if batters are allergic to hitting. Maybe you can get them to get it regularly instead, so they don't have to swing the bat just to take a fastball in the back. Oh, well, 277 in these years is not that bad, actually. You don't see many 300 batters anymore. Right, bases juiced, nobody out. Mark Witten is at bat. He can give us the lead with 1 swing. 0-1. Oh, that's not a home run, but that's good for 2 runs. Alright, so now the deficit is only 1 run. So Mark Witten comes through with a single, good for 2 runs. And we still don't have anybody out. Runners on first and second for Barbary. 1-1. Hits it down the line. Oh, that's an infield single. Yeah, I guess it depends on what the rest of your team does as well. Things are a lot more geared towards power now, so even if you have a guy that hits 250, if he hits, 35, 40 home runs, he's still considered really useful nowadays. Alright, so bases juiced yet again. Still nobody out. Bill Duran is the batter. No count. Oh, that's not good. That's a double play. No, just a fielder's choice. Okay. Yeah, that's a little low. So do you play out some games or do you just sim everything? Right, so it was a fielder's choice. So we tied the game, and now we have runners on first and third, one out, and Ray Sanchez. I almost said Freddy Sanchez. Wow. Circa Pittsburgh Pirates from what, 2010, 2012, something like that. All right. 1-1 to Ray Sanchez, and that's an easy fly ball to center. Is it deep enough? Oh yeah, Lansworth doesn't have a good arm, so we took the lead. All right. Oh, that's not good enough. You're gonna have to invest in a barrel or two of roids there. Like Rosado, 2-2, and he strikes out. All right, but the Expos take the lead with a 4-run inning here in the bottom of the fourth, and now we are up 4-3 against the Dodgers. Okay, all right. So now Rosado is like in a winning position. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the pain years. 1-1 to Offerman. Oh, it too short, and he's out. Speaking of pain, are you able to even watch the Habs lately, or is it too painful? They're not playing all that great. Right, so Cal Daniels is next with one out, 0-1. Oh yeah, easy grounder to second, and he's out. The Twins. Oh, the good old Twins. Sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but I know more about hockey than I do about baseball, so. Right, so Marquise Grissom, you don't have to answer the question if you really don't like it. All right, Grissom, 1-1 to Grissom. Oh, is that a home run? No, but it's gonna be extra bases. That's an inside the park home run. Woohoo! Grissom with the inside the park home run. That's awesome. Alright, so the Dodgers are gonna bring in Jay Owl. Yeah, it's been rough for Montreal lately. Sens are playing really good. They're really fun to watch now, and we can really hurt you tomorrow, especially if you lose against Winnipeg tonight. Right, the Shields is the next batter after the inside the park home run by Marquise Grissom. 1-2 to the Shields. Oh, that's gonna be an out here. Cal Daniels can just trot easily to the ball. Ivan Calderon is next. 2-2 to Calderon. Oh, that's it. Pretty good. And that's an home run. Calderon with the long ball here. So 2 home runs technically here. And, well, yeah, in the 5th inning. And we're adding more to our lead. It is now 6-3. I don't know, man. Winnipeg lost their last 5, I think, or something like that. They're kind of in a skid as well. So you might have a shot. Charles Johnson is the next batter. 1-2. Oh, yeah, that's not the power I was expecting to see there. Yeah, it's tough for Montreal. All right, Mark Whitten is next. 2 outs now. Full count to Whitten. And that's a single to center. All right, so the Expos get back on the board. 6-3. And now Joe Bover. I never knew how to pronounce his last name. I don't think it's Beaver. It's probably Baver. That's probably how it's pronounced. Or maybe it's like a toe. So Bover, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Barbary is next. 2 outs runner on first. 1-1. And he hits it. Oh, and that's another hit. Wow. The Expos are playing pretty well. All right, double for Barbary. It's 7-3 now. So when are you going to get back to streaming, man? So I can see some franchise hockey manager 7 or, you know, out of the park baseball from somebody other than me. Although my franchise hockey manager series is on pause. They sent me the fix for it, but I haven't looked into it yet. It's pretty disheartening. Alright, 2-2 to Darryl, and he grounds it to first, and he is out. Alright, so the Expos add 3. Yeah, that's funny. It's not just Montreal. We just played 4 games against Vancouver, and we really owned them for the most part. Cool. I'll see if I can catch a stream or something like that. Although starting next week, I'm now gonna be working from the office at regular hours, so that means I'm not gonna be home until later and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, top of the 6th, Eric Carros is the first batter. 2-0 to Carros. And he is out. She's doing a lot better. Well, as far as, you know, recovering from the surgery and everything. So since she's good enough to drive now, so that was kind of my threshold for me. I was like, once she can start driving and everything, I can go into the office to work. Like that, if, you know, there's an emergency, she can leave. She's not stuck here. So yeah, she's recovered okay. She still has pain and everything, but all right. So I just allowed an home run. All right, Bonilla is the batter. Let's see if I can finish the 6th inning with Rosado. 2-1. Alright, Sanchez with the throw. Alright, 0-2. Oh yeah. And Otania strikes out. Yeah, it's been a pretty smooth recovery. Of course, you know, from my side, it's probably easier to say that. Oh yeah, I'm still trying to put my hands on a PS5. Whenever I get a PS5, I'm gonna be getting the show for that. Is it your first MLB The Show? I don't remember. I think you've always been an Xbox guy or something, right? And that's the first year they have MLB The Show on the Xbox. And Ray Sanchez. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's pretty fun to play. It has its issues, but it's a pretty fun game to play. All right, I'm gonna bring a pinch hitter here. As usual, it's gonna be Ruben Rivera. I don't have a lot of options. Oh, is it the stolen base? Yes, it is. Yeah, well, that's, if that's the console you get, then yes, I'm old enough that, I've been getting my own consoles for a very long time, and I've pretty much always been a PlayStation guy, except I did get the first Xbox instead of getting a PS2. Which PS2 is probably one of the best PlayStations that's released, so I kind of screwed up there. It's all good, I have a PS2 now and everything, but yeah, back then, that's what happened. Alright, runner on second, full count, and River walks. Yeah, my girlfriend is in the other room on her phone trying to get me one because there's no supply and everything, so... She's looking throughout the day to try to find me one. Alright, so we have runners on first and second, nobody out. Grissom is the batter, 3-1 on Grissom. And it's it weakly, too short, and he is out. Now the Shields is the batter. Oh, now that's a good hit here. More runs are gonna come in. Oh, I know. I am not debating that point at all. The PS2 was an awesome console that was made, but back then things were new and everything, so I didn't know, and I picked the Xbox, and I had only an Xbox for a while. I was poor back then. I was just working at a video store. Alright, so Ivan Calderon is the next batter. Runner on second and third, one out. We have one run that scored on that double by the Shields. Oh, that's an infield hit. 9-4. Wow, we are scoring a lot of runs lately. I like it. Alright, Charles Johnson is now the batter. 1-2. Oh, when he strikes out, that looks slow. Yeah, change up 70 miles an hour. That's why. Right, Mark Whitten hitting from the left side now. 1-0. And that's it. Oh, and that's a hit. Extra bases again. Yeah, you might need to get different players, or just play as the Expos in the 90s. Heck, in 1994, you're even going to have a better team than I have right now. You're going to have Larry Walker, Moise Alou. Oh, man. Right, Brett Barbary is now the batter. Runner on second, 2 outs. Full 3-0. And he walks. Right, Billy Doran now the batter. Rick Aguilera is now the pitcher for the Dodgers. 3-1. And he walks as well. So we load the bases with 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Ray Sanchez. 1-1. It's it too short. Oh, and they get the forced out at second. So what mode do you like the most in MLB The Show? I'm just curious. So, okay, who am I gonna bring here? almost all my relievers are completely gassed. I'm gonna bring Eat Ains for 1 inning. Alright, so he's gonna face Todd Allensworth first. 0-2 to Allensworth. Awesome. Yeah, Road to the Show is fun. What position do you play? Granting, I know that they forced a position change on you about 1 month into your first season. It's scripted and I hate it. But what position do you play, or what that you selected? Left field, okay. All right, Aguilera is the next batter. 2-2 to Aguilera, and he strikes out. Yeah, I always do starting pitcher, and I give myself a knuckleball. I love the knuckleball. Jose Offerman is the next batter. 3-1 to Offerman, and he walks. So did you choose your team, or did you let the computer draft you? And who drafted you if the computer did it? Daniel's 1-1. Alright, that should be an easy out to Calderon in left, and it is. Wow, I should be sponsored by McDonald's right now. There was a McDonald's banner there in the stadium. Come on, McD, just drop a few millions on me or something. Doing you some really strong publicity here. Alright, Mark Davis is going to be the next batter. 0-1 to Davis. And that's a hit. Oh God, yeah. The Yankees, don't worry, they're gonna trade you. They trade a lot of their young players for power bats or something. In fact, I've played the Road to the Show for over 10 years, and you almost always get traded. Almost always. So I wouldn't feel too sorry for myself right now. All right, so Grissom is the next batter. 0-1 to Grissom. Hit weakly too short, and he's gonna be out. 1 out. With Davis at first, Delano the Shields is the next batter. 2-1 to the Shields. Oh, that's a wild pitch or a pass ball. Wild pitch. All right, so Davis is now at second. 3-1 to the Shields, and that's a hit to center, and Davis should score on that. Oh, a Pearl Jam CD. An autograph poster of Eddie Vedder. Alright, Calderon is next, 1-2, and they brought JP Howell in. J Howell. JP Howell is older, is more towards the 2000s. Wow, 5 hits for Calderon in this game. He's hitting .427. That's pretty impressive. Oh, Davis got hurt. Okay. I missed that. That's the one thing I don't like about doing 3D, is that I always miss when somebody gets hurt. Now, Tim Cruz is the pitcher. And Charles Johnson. Wow, that's a home run. You wanted some runs, FJ? Well, you came to the right place. There's some runs for you. Your Tigers could probably watch this game and learn a thing or two. 15-4, the Expos here in the bottom of the 7th. Mark Whitten is now the batter, 2-1. And that's another hit. There's still only 1 out. Barbary is next. 2-2 to Barbary. And That's another hit. Dear God. Starting pitcher. I played baseball as a kid in the little leagues, and I was a pitcher. I'm also the prototype pitcher. I can't hit to save my life. So yeah. All right, so 16-4, Billy Darren. Oh, Brett Butler is now the pitcher. Wow. I don't think I have ever seen, or very rarely playing out games where the computer goes out to send position players to pitch. All right, 0-2. That's an infield hit. Oh, we can add a lot more here. Ray Sanchez is now the batter. 2-0 to Sanchez. Oh, double play. Brett Butler gets the double play ball here. All right, and I don't want to take anything for granted, but yeah, we're leading this 16-4. So I think I'm gonna go to Jeff Facero, and hopefully he can pitch 2 innings. Right, he's gonna face Mike Piazza first. And that's a hit to start the 8th inning. There you go. The comeback for the Dodgers have started. I'm going to lose this game 20-16. Eric Karros is next. No count on Karros, and he hits it to right, and it's a hit. Alright, Darryl Strawberry is now the batter. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. 0-2. And we got a strikeout. Bobby Bonilla is next. 1-1. And that's a hit. Yeah, I think Facero is gonna pitch until the end of the game. That's not true. Left fielders are sometimes pointed at for having a shit arm too. You forgot that part. Willis Otañez. 0-2 to Otañez. Oh God. Come on. Infield single. I'm about to send a position player to pitch too. Todd Allensworth is next. 0-1. That's another hit. Wow. 16-7 the score. Brett Butler is next. He's the pitcher. And we get him out. Jose Offerman is next. 2-1. The inning is over. We did out 3 runs, but you know, we're up 16-7, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm gonna keep Facero in. 0-2. Grissom is next. Yeah, usually the weakest arm is gonna be in left field. I mean, it's not 100% true, but that's usually where they're gonna put the weakest outfield arm, because that's where it hurts you the least. All right, so the Shields walks. Of course, you know, the pitcher is Brett Butler right now. 2-2. To Calderon, and he's out. All right, so Facero, so the pitcher, Cal Daniels, 2-2 to Daniels. Everybody's got to have a utility. 1-2 to Piazza. And he's out. 1 out away from one heck of a game. Wow. 2-2 to Caros, and that should be done. Yep. Oh my god, the black hole of death again. Wow, I got quite a few achievements for that one. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty neat game. When JT Dutch watches this, once it's uploaded to YouTube, he's gonna be like, oh my, the Dodgers kind of dumped in the shovel in that game. Alright, I did get an injury to Mark Davis though. Alright, so 5 for 6 for Calderon in that game. So Ivan with the pretty good game here. Good old Jeff Franker. Oh man. I remember there was some buzz going around Jeff Franker for a little bit. Like people were genuinely excited for him and everything. And didn't turn out all that great for him. Let's finish today, see what's going on. Oh, okay. So Mark Davis just had a sore thumb, so he's ready to play. And they sent down Eat Ains, and they gave me Gabe White. Alright, so I can use Gabe White. Hopefully he's rested. And I should be able to use him as a long reliever. He has a lot of stamina. There you go. Alright. Not too sure that he won Gold Gloves. I remember he had a good arm. I don't remember that he won Gold Gloves though. Why don't you look it up while I'm going to go and get me another bottle of water? I've been more thirsty than I anticipated. So the second game of the series, we are going to play against Ishmael Valdez. That was a pretty highly touted prospect that the Dodgers had back in the day, and he never quite panned out. I mean, he wasn't like ridiculously terrible, but he didn't pan out to how good he was supposed to be. So I'm gonna mute that here and I'm gonna go get some water. All right. Yeah, he was. Franker was really touted on, and then he kind of faded really quickly. That's pretty much what happened with him. At least that's how I remember it. All right, so we won, but the Mets won as well, so we didn't gain any traction there. We are above 500 now, so let's go ahead and play yet again against the Dodgers. Alright, so after a 16-run performance, I don't really want to change anybody from my lineup. Charles Johnson is tired, so I'm gonna have Tony Pena play instead. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and keep the same lineup. Alright, the Dodgers are going to go with Jose Offerman, Cal Daniels, Darryl Strawberry, Eric Carroll, Todd Allensworth, Bobby Bonilla, Willis Otañez, and Mike Scioscia. Alright, so they are also only changing the catcher for this game. Alright, let's see if we can score 20 this game. Alright, so Jose Offerman is starting up for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. Full count. We have Miguel Batista, our ace, back on the mound. He has not been all that great this season so far, but it is what it is. And he walks the first batter of the game. Not good. So yeah, you with MLB The Show, you might want to, I don't know if you're going to touch the Diamond Dynasty mode. It can be pretty addicting. Don't spend any money in there, man. Don't be one of those people. Alright, so Cal Daniels is the next batter, 1-0. Here I am, you know, protesting against buying points and stuff. See, for me, it's, and I explained that a few times, for me, it's the complete opposite. I find it a lot more challenging to play as a manager only. As a GM, I needed to have a lot of house rules to limit myself and everything, and to handicap myself, and it wasn't fun anymore. So leaving everything to the computer is a lot more challenging for me. Alright, so we allow the first run of the game here in the first inning. 2 outs, 1-1 to Eric Carroll. Well, what is the first version you played? I've been playing since Out of the Park 9. So I've been playing for a very long time. Alright, so the Shields is going to start us off here against Ishmael Valdez. So Valdez, kind of a so-so start. Didn't allow too many runs, I suppose, but not that great of a start if you look at the rest of the stats there. Alright, 2-2 to the Shields. Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, you're still kind of learning the ins and outs and, you know, how to react with the AI and everything. I've been doing that dance for a very long time. So for me, like, I played normally for like the first 6 years or so. Then I tried to play stats only, but I didn't like that all that much. Then I tried with a fictional save. I thought that, you know, if I don't know the players and everything, maybe it's gonna be tougher. And then I just tried manager mode, and I fell in love with it. So that's what I do. Oh, that's no. I thought maybe it was a hit, but it is not. Alright, Calderon is now the batter. 2 outs, 1 and 2 to Calderon. And he strikes out. Yeah, I had a really cool fictional league that was 4 leagues with promotion and relegation. I worked so hard on that. Oh man, 4 hours and out of the park 21. Wow. Full count to Allensworth, and he strikes out. 1 out. Bobby Bonilla is the next batter. 3 and 1 to Bonilla, and he walks. Willis Otanez is the next batter. 0 and 1 to Otanez. Runner on first. Oh, double play ball. Nope, just a fielder's choice. Mike Scioscia is next. Otanez is running, and he is safe. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix my Tampa Bay Lightning save, I guess. I might look into that this weekend. It sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to do it. Wow, you really liked it, and it was the Leafs, man. What's going on with you? 3 and 1 to Whitten here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out. And that's nah, he's out. I thought maybe it was gonna be an infield single, and now Brett Barbary is gonna be the next batter. Full count on Barbary, and it's weakly to second, and he's out. Now Bill Doran is next. 2 and 2 to Beatty. Grounder to second. Wow. So I guess Valdez didn't like what I said about him at the start of the game. All right. Well, Valdez is the first batter in the third. 2 and 1. Grounder to short. He's out. Offerman is the next batter. Full count to Offerman, and he strikes out. And now Cal Daniels is next. 2 and 0 to Cal Daniels. Oh, it's softly here. The Shields should catch that, and he does. The Montreal Maple Leafs. Oh man. Oh, full count to Ray Sanchez. Ground out to the pitcher. Wow, we haven't been able to get the ball out of the infield here. 3 and 1 to Tony Pena. Again, stuck in the infield. 2 outs. Now Batista. 0 and 2 to Batista. And he strikes out. Dang. Dang. Les feuilles d'érable de Montréal. Yep, that's Google Translate got it right. Alright, Strawberry opens up the inning here. Alright, it's pretty much right at Calderon. See, we saw that McDonald's banner again. Eric Karros is next. Oh, that's a hit. Right, 3 and 1 to Allensworth, and he walks, man. Well, I don't I can't speak Norwegian, so I have to admit I don't know of many people that are like, yeah, Norwegian is the second language I absolutely want to learn. It's always something like Spanish or German or something. Sign language, maybe. Alright, 2 outs. Otanez is the batter. 2-2. It's it to second. And he's out. It would be a flex to learn Norwegian. Not a lot of people from where I'm from are learning Norwegian. I'm going to tell you that. All right. The Shields. Yeah, we need to get on base here. We haven't gotten on base so far. And another ball that doesn't get out of the infield. Wow. Right, Grissom is next. No count on Grissom. Calderon is next. Full count on Calderon. And he walks. Finally, we got somebody on base. Not sure that would start a trend. I mean, I haven't lived in Quebec in 16 or 17 years. So I'm not sure that that's going to start much of anything. Oh. Yeah, there's something funny that that I need to say. So last week I got a message from one of my really good friends' girlfriend. And my friend is turning 40, right? So he's a huge Montreal Canadian fan, like a huge fan. Most of my friends are Montreal Canadian fans. So he's about to turn 40. His girlfriend sent a message saying, hey, you know, I've put everybody in a group here, you know, with the pandemic, and, you know, you're all in your 40s, you all live far away and everything. That would be cool if you could all, like, make a little video or something for him. So... And that would be even better if you can make it about hockey and everything. So what I did is that I took my stuff out for, recording when I make recordings, and I just put a giant picture of Brady Tkachuk on my desktop, and I just said stuff for him for about a minute and everything, and then I sent it, and I think it's hilarious because Montreal totally should have drafted Brady Tkachuk. Anyway. I think I'm funny, but it is what it is. I wish I could see his face when he's gonna watch my video. Alright, so Batista's not pitching all that bad. But we just can't get him a run to save our lives. We used all the runs in the first game. Yeah, imagine if you would have drafted Tkachuk, plus you would have your future captain already on the team. Although I guess Gallagher could be the captain. He's captain material. Cool. He bunted it foul. That's a strikeout. Oh, Cal Daniels is the next batter, 0-1. Yeah, Batista's not pitching all that great. Currently or of all times? 1-2. Alright, fielder's choice. Oh boy. I'm I'm a little bit partial to the Padres right now, so gotta like Fernando Tatis Jr., right? Plus his dad played briefly for the Expos and everything, so I'm kind of partial to him. Pretty good player. My favorite player of all time was a pitcher, obviously. It was Greg Maddux. I loved Greg Maddux. Oh, strikeout. That's good. That is good. Alright, so the Dodgers do get a run here, so we're down 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. We still don't have a hit, though. I always play out my games, and I've only seen one no-hitter. It was against me, and it was the previous season to this one, and it was Andy Ashby that did that against me. 0-2 to Barbary, and he strikes out. Why Piscotti? Is it because of his name? He has a funny name. It's like a cookie. Alright, full count to Billy Doran. Oh man. Well, you do like the A's, so. Oh, that's a wild pitch. Okay, alright. So we have a walk, and now there's a pass ball. So Doran is on second. Sanchez is at bat. 1 out. 1-1 to Sanchez. And he hits it to center, but it's pretty much right at Alan's worth. And we do not advance. Alright, so there's 2 outs now. Tony Peña's the batter. That's an easy out. He didn't even have to move. And I'm gonna need another water bottle here after this game. That's usually an indication that my blood sugar is too high. They messed up my order for food and they gave me too much. And I'm not one to pass out food when I see food in my plate and everything, so I just went and ate the whole thing. And I'm diabetic, so it's not a good thing for me to do that. So now my blood sugar is probably too high. That's why I'm drinking water like a crazy person. So if you have a friend that's diabetic and you see them like drinking a lot, that's because their blood sugar is high. Go tell them to go inject themselves with some insulin. There you go. That's the medical tip of this stream. Alright. I wish I wouldn't have walked that guy. Ah, well, then you do. Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't really realize as a diabetic is that, you know, the more my blood sugar rises, the more thirsty I get. So usually it's a pretty good gauge for me to tell me that my blood sugar is too high. Okay, I think I'm gonna change pitchers here. Batista has given up 6 walks in this game. Only 2 hits, but 6 walks. And he's up there in pitches and everything. Oh, but he's the next batter. I'm going to try to finish the inning with him. Oh. Oh, so it's the opposite. She has her blood sugar too low sometimes. When your blood sugar gets too low, usually you're going to get like really warm and everything. That happens to my girlfriend all the time. My girlfriend is also diabetic. Right, so I might not be able to have him finish the inning after all. So it's 3-0 now. Runner on first and second, 1 out. Well, the pitcher is up 1-2. Alright, he's not able to bunt. Yeah, it's because she doesn't... Either she doesn't eat enough or she injects herself too much. That was the last batter. We're just going to bring somebody that's a little tired to finish the inning. Alright, so we're down 5-0. Not really good. Oh, Gabe White is tired. Look at that. Let's bring Kerrigan to finish the inning. Right, 2-0. All right. Okay, so let's see here. So I don't have really much choice, so we're gonna bring Rivera in. I don't even have anybody that bats left on the bench, so full count to Rivera. Grounds it to third, and he's out. 1 out. Full count to the Shields, and he walks. Grissom is next. Cool. The Shield steals the base. Runner on second. 1 out. 1 and 2 to Grissom. And he hits it. Oh, first hit of the game. It's extra bases and good for a run. Good job, Grissom. That's a double. Alright, it's 5-1 for the Dodgers now. Calderon is going to be the next batter. Grissom steals third. Awesome. Ah, 5-2. So we came back in that one. That's a sac fly for Calderon. Now Mark Whitten is the next batter. 0-2. And he strikes out. Okay, who do we send now? Let's go with Gabe White. I know he's tired, but he should still be able to pitch a couple innings, maybe. 1 and 2. To Strawberry. Calderon after it. And he's out. Eric Karros is not a batter. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And he's out. Todd Allensworth. Yeah, so with me going to work in the office, my streams now are gonna be later, like when you're in bed. So I guess I won't see you all that often, except maybe on the weekends or something. So yeah. So Brett Barber is the batter now. 1-1. Oh, that's a hit. All right. BD Doran is not a batter. 1-1. Three and 2. Oh, and he walks. All right, so runners on first and second. Nobody out. Oh, Ishmael Valdez got hurt, so they have to change him somehow. Sim Cruz is the pitcher, and we have Ray Sanchez at bat with nobody out. 2 runners on, no count on Sanchez, and that's a fielder's choice. Okay, all right. At least it's not a double play. So now we have runners on first and third. 1 out. Tony Pena is the batter. 1 and 2 to Pena. Come on, man. So he grounds out to first. Runner gets to second base. So now there's 2 outs. Gonna bring Mark Davis, who hurt his thumb yesterday, but he's good to go today. 2-2. It's it to right, and it's a hit. I think, maybe. Yes, yes, it is. All right, so that's a 2-run single here for Mark Davis, and all of a sudden it is 5-4. So if JT Dutch is watching that, he's probably like, "Oh my God, the Dodgers are gonna do it again." Just look at it that way. It's the Expos that are doing it again. Now the Shields is next. Oh, and he grounds out to second. All right, but we came back to within one here, 5-4. Let's bring John Doris. I need for you to get back into shape, John. I need you. But he's gonna face Bobby Bonilla first in the top of the 8. 2-0 to Bonilla. Oh boy, that's a home run. Six for Dodgers. Willis Otañez is the next batter. 1-2 to Otañez. That's extra bases. What happened to John Doris? Did he stop taking steroids? Is that what's going on? It's a little early for the steroids era. Mike Scioscia is not a batter. 3-0. Oh my God. Mike Piazza, the next batter. 1-2. Oh, he strikes out. Good. Now, Jose Offerman is next. There's one out. Runners on first and third. Full count. And we only get the one out at first. The runner scores. It's now 7-4. Now there's a runner on second. Two outs. Cal Daniels is the batter. 1-2. And he strikes out. Alright, so Doris continues to struggle. And former Montreal Expo Tim Burke is now going to be the pitcher here in the bottom of the 8. Marquise Grissom is going to get us started. 1-2 against his former teammate here. And it's a single to center. And we will take it. Right, runner on first, nobody out. Ivan Calderon is now the batter. Oh, that's extra bases. Good job. We're not dead yet. Right, runners on second and third. Nobody out. Hard-hitting Mark Whitten is now the batter. 0-1. That's going to be a single to center. 2 runs should score on that. And they do. 7-6. The Expos are doing it yet again. Brett Barbary is the next batter here. Nobody out. Runner on first. 1-2 to Barbary. Oh, and he strikes out. Bill Doran is next. No count on Doran. Ugh. Alright, that's a fielder's choice. No double play here. Now Ray Sanchez, I need a hit from you here, buddy. 0-2. Oh, and I got it. Got a hit from Ray Sanchez. Doran advances to second. There's 2 outs. Tony Pena is the batter now. Ouch. 1-2. And John Franco is now the pitcher for the Dodgers. Yeah, that's going to end the inning right there. Oh, alright, I need to take John Doris out of there. Alright, I'm going to do a double switch here. Guess I'm going to bring Ondorf in. Todd Ainey come and play shortstop. There you go. Alright, come on, Ondorf. I need for you to limit them. Strawberry is first. 2-2 to Darryl Strawberry. Oh, and he struck out. Eric Karros is next. 1-2 to Karros. Oh, struck out as well. Alright. So Ondorf might be the new John Doris of this season. Alright, and now Allensworth is the batter. No count on Allensworth. He grounds it to first, and he's out. Alright, well, it's do or die for the Expos here. We're going in the bottom of the ninth. We're down 1. John Franco is still the pitcher, for the Dodgers. Todd Ainey the batter. 2-1 to Todd Ainey. And he grounds it to third, and he's out. Let's bring Blankenship in. The Shields doesn't have a single hit this game, and he's facing the lefty, so we're going to try with Blankenship. 1-2 to Blankenship. And it's extra bases. Oh yeah, I've been actually managing this game, and it might pay off. Alright, so runner on second. So the tying run is on second base. Oh, John Franco got hurt too. Wow, so that's 2 pitchers that the Dodgers got that hurt in this game. So Joe Baver is now the pitcher. Runner on second, 1 out. Marquise Grissom is the batter. 1-2 to Grissom. Oh, that's a weak grounder to third. So Blankenship doesn't advance. There's 2 outs now. And Calderon is now the batter. No count on Calderon. And it's at grit. It's at weakly to third, and he's out. So we came close, but we could not tie the game. So the Dodgers and Dodgers fans here had a little bit of a sweat. Yeah, John Doris is unrecognizable. He was so good last year. You can see his stats, or the base stats. That's a decent season right there. That really is. But this year, oh man, it's rough. It's rough for him. Alright, and it's not going to be any easier next game because it looks like we're going to be facing Pedro Martinez. Let's finish today, see what happens. Oh, there's been a trade. That I always like. So it looks like there's been a trade between the Braves and the Brewers. So the Braves are really close to first place. So let's see if they made a move to try to get better here. Anata will get Don August for Brad Ripplemeyer and Tim Killeen. That's not a big trade. Yeah, not a big trade here between the 2 teams. I was expecting for a bigger splash or something. Alright, next game, we are facing Pedro Martinez. Oh, that's not going to be easy. And we are going to have Oil Can Boyd for that game. So again, I'm going to need to go and get more water. I think I'm going to... I always say shoot myself, and I don't want to say that. Well, I guess I did. But I don't want to say that because it sounds really bad. It sounds like that's something else that I'm going to go ahead and do. All that means is that I'm going to go and inject myself some insulin, because if I'm that thirsty, there's only one reason why, and it is because my blood sugar is somewhere around here. Okay. Alright, so I did already say we're facing Pedro Martinez, and that's gonna make it tough. Alright, let's see here. Let's give a start to Davis. There you go. Let's do this, see what happens. Alright, the Dodgers are going to go with Jose Offerman, Cal Daniels, Mike Piazza, Rick Carroll's, Darryl Strawberry, Bobby Bonilla, Todd Allensworth, and Willis Otanez. So pretty much the same lineup that we faced all series. So let's go, play ball. Yeah, a 22-year-old Pedro Martinez. Look at those stats, man. Ugh. Yeah, I wish we would trade for you like we did in real life. Alright, so Oil Can Boyd is gonna get started against Jose Offerman here in the top of the first. Full count to Offerman to start the game. And that's extra bases to get started. Yikes. And that's a triple. Cal Daniels is next. Runner on third, nobody out. 1 and 2 to Daniels. Oh, that should be an easy out here. Davis is going to get that. And that's deep enough. And we are already down 1-0. Alright, nobody on, 1 out. Piazza is now the batter. 1 and 2 to Piazza. Grounds it to Barbary at third, and he's out. 2 outs. Carros is the next batter. 1 and 0 to Carros. Grounds it to short, and he's out. Alright. So Oil Can Boyd gives up a triple, but then he retires everybody after that. Well, I guess it is not technically correct because he did allow a run. Alright, that might be all that Pedro Martinez needs. Alright, then I know the Shields is going to start us here. 0-1 to the Shields. Grounds it to first, and he's out. Grissom is next. Full count to Grissom. And that's an easy fly ball to left, and Daniels catches that, and it is 2 outs for the Expos. And we're going to bring Mark Whitten. 0-2 to Whitten, and he strikes out. Alright, let's see here. Strawberry is next. 1 and 1 to Darryl Strawberry. Oh god, that's a weak single to left. And he's on board. Runner on first, nobody out. Bobby Bonilla is next. 1 and 1 to Bonilla. And he sends it to left. And oh, what a catch by Davis. Alright. The runner stays on first. Allensworth is next. 2 and 1 to Todd Allensworth. Oh, that's extra bases. All the way to the wall. Grissom gets it. Alright. Strawberry stops at third. So runners on second and third. 1 out. Otanez is now the batter. No count to Otanez. And he's out. But there's a run scoring. We are down 2-0 here. Now Pedro Martinez is the next batter. 2 outs, runner on second. 0-1 to Pedro Martinez, and that's a hit. And it is 3-0. And on the play, Martinez gets to second base. Yikes. Offerman is the next batter. 2-0 to Offerman. And he's out. Okay. Alright, so we're down 3. And we're facing Pedro Martinez, so nothing to make it easy for us. Alright, 0-2. That's a little pop fly to center, and he's out. Alright, Brett Barbary is next. 1-0 to Barbary. Grounds it to first, and he's out. 2 outs here in the second inning. Bill Doran is now the batter. 0-1 to Doran. Weakly hit here to second base, and he is easily out. Google Earth! Google Earth! Alright. So we are done for in the second inning. Cal Daniels is going to start the third here. 1-0. Alright. And he grounds out to first. 1 out. Piedza's the next batter. No count. Oh, that's a hit. Eric Karros is next. Runner on first. 1 out. 2-1. That's another hit. Oh, we're not doing good. Darryl Strawberry is the next batter. Alright, grounds out. Alright, 2 outs, runner on second and third. Bobby Bonilla is the batter. 0-1 to Bonilla. Grounds it. Oh, come on, man. And the Shields gets an error. So that's another run for the Dodgers. They are up 4-0. 2 outs, runner on first and third. Full count to Allensworth. That should be an easy out for Davis. And it is. But the Dodgers get yet another run. And it is now 4-0 for the Dodgers after 2.5 innings. Alright, Mark Davis is next. 1-2 to Davis. And he strikes out. Ray Sanchez is the next batter. 1-1 to Sanchez. Grounds it to second. And he's out. And I don't have much hope for Oil Can Boyd as the next batter, but it is his turn. 3-1. And he grounds out to short. Alright, so 3 perfect innings for Pedro Martinez so far, and we are heading in the top of the 4th, down 4 runs. Alright, 0-2 to Otanez, and he's out. Pedro Martinez is next. Grounds it to short, and he's out. Right, 2 up, 2 down for the Dodgers. Offerman is next, 0-2. And he strikes out. Alright. Alright, so that brings up the Lionel the Shields as the next batter. 0-1 to the Shields. That's extra bases. Alright, the perfect game for Pedro Martinez is over. As the Shield stops at third with a triple. Alright. Now Grissom is the next batter. Runner on third, nobody out. 3-1. It's to short. That's an infield hit. So the Shield scores. Grissom is safe at first. It is 4-1 Dodgers. And we have Mark Whitten coming next. 0-1. It's it to short. Alright, that's a fielder's choice. 1 out. Charles Johnson, the next batter, 1-2. And he strikes out looking. Now Brett Barbary is going to be the next batter. 2 outs, runner on first. 1-1 to Barbary. It's it, and that's a hit to center. Right, so we have 2 runners on now. And that's 12 straight games with a hit for Brett Barbary. That's pretty good. All right. Bill Doran, next batter. 2 on, 2 outs. 2-1. That's another hit. And Grissom should score on that, I would hope. Yes. 4-2. Mark Davis is next. Full count to Davis. He struck out. It looked high to me. I thought that maybe he walked, but no, he struck out. We do get 2 runs, so that's the positive. Right, Cal Daniels, the batter here in the top of the 5th, 0-1. And that's another hit. Mike Piazza is the next batter. 2-1. And the Shields gets the ball. 1 out. Eric Karros now, 1-2. Strikes out. Darryl Strawberry is next. 2 outs, runner on first. 2-2. Davis should get that. And he does. Alright, so we've limited the Dodgers in the last 2 innings here. We are down 2 runs. Bottom of the 5th, Ray Sanchez is the first batter. That's a fly ball to left, and Daniels should catch that easy, and he does. Now, Oil Can Boyd is my batter, 1-2. And he strikes out, as I envisioned. Now, the Shields is the next batter. 0-2 to the Shields. And he strikes out. Alright, still down 4-2. Right. Bonilla is the next batter. 1-2 to Bonilla. And that should be cut pretty easily by Barbary. And it is. 1 out. Allensworth is the next batter. 1-2 to Allensworth. And he strikes out. Right, so Boyd has started to pitch a little bit better. Now, Willis Otanez is the next batter. 2-2 to Otanez. And he strikes out. Alright. The 6th is over for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 6th. And yeah, we have some chances of doing some damage here. So Grissom is the first batter. 1-0 to Grissom. It weakly to left. Daniels gets under it. 1 out. Whitten is the next batter. Full count on hard hitting Mark Whitten. And he strikes out. Charles Johnson is next. That's a hit to center. That brings up now Brett Barbary. With 2 outs, runner on first. 0-1 to Barbary. Oh, he gets plunked. Must hurt. Right, Bill Doran is next. No count. Grounds it. Oh, bad throw. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. That's going to bring Mark Davis to bat. 0-1. It's it to left, but not deep enough. It's going to be an easy out. Okay, alright, we're still down 4-2. Alright, full count to Pedro Martinez, and he strikes out. not have a whole lot of choices here. Let's bring Ondorf to finish this inning. 1-1. And that's a hit for Offerman. Okay, Cal Daniels is next. 0-1 to Daniels. That should be an out, and it is. 2 outs. Piazza is next. 0-1 to Piazza. Offerman steals, so there's a runner on second now. 2-1. 2 outs. That should be an out. There you go. Okay. Alright, so Pedro Martinez is still the pitcher for the Dodgers. Ray Sanchez, the batter, 2-2 to Sanchez, and he strikes out. Alright, now we're gonna bring I know it's boring, I always bring the same guy, but I have very few choices there. So Rivera's the batter. No count. It weakly to right. And he's out. Now the Shields is the next batter. No count on the Shields. And it's weakly to second. And he's out. Oh, Google Earth. Eric Karros is the first batter here. 0-2. I brought in Rick Mahler. Everybody's tired. So, well, except for my closer. I try to keep my closer fresh if I can. Help it. I might not have a choice in this game. Darryl Strawberry is the next batter. 3-2. Look at that. Mahler is not exactly doing great. Alright, Bobby Bonilla is next. 2 runners on, no out. Full count. Oh, and he strikes out. 1 out. Brings up Todd Ottensworth. 0-2 to Ottensworth. And he strikes out. Oh my god. Now Willis Otanez is next. No count. Oh, that's extra bases. Right, 2 more runs score for the Dodgers. Pedro Martinez is next. Surely you can retire him. 1-0. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Ruskin for the last inning there. Alright, Pedro Martinez still pitching for the Dodgers. Grissom is the batter. 3-1 to Grissom here in the 8th inning. And he walks. First walk of the game for Pedro Martinez. Mark Whitten is next. No count. It's it weakly to right, and he's going to be out. Charles Johnson is the next batter. 0-1 to Johnson. And that's a double play. And that inning is over just like that. Alright, let's bring Scott Ruskin in. He's the only guy that I have that is rested. Alright, Jose Offerman, first batter in the 9th inning, 0-2. And he strikes out, 1 out. Cal Daniels is next, 3-1. And he walks. Brings up Mike Piazza next, 2-1 to Piazza. All right. Double play ball. Alright, that's the last chance for the Expos. We're down 4 here in the bottom of the night with the Dodgers up 6-2. Brett Barbary is going to be the first one to face Pedro Martinez, who apparently is going for a complete game. Full count to Barbary, and he walks. Alright. We at least got a run around. Bill Doran is next. No count. And he's... That's a swinging strike. And Barbary steals second. So runner on second. Nobody out. 0-1 to Doran. Oh, that's it well into right. Barbary's going to score on that. Should be a double. And it is double for Bill Doran. It is now 6-3. If I am the Dodgers, I am pulling Martinez now. And they did. They are bringing in John Franco for the save. Mark Davis is next. So I guess Franco didn't get hurt all that bad. So Davis is the batter now. No count, runner on second. Oh, that's not it really well. And he's out. Alright, so Sanchez is next. Full count to Sanchez. And he walks. Alright, so runner on first and second. One out. I'm going to bring, of course, Ivan Calderon. I was trying to give him a day off, but I need him now. 1-2 to Calderon. Oh, God. Pop fly to basically the second base. 2 outs. De Shields is now the batter. It worked yesterday night, so it might work again today. Let's try Todd Haney this time, though. 2-2 to Todd Haney. Works again. Alright, so the bases are loaded. There's 2 outs. Marquise Grissom is the batter. 0-1. Grounds it to short. Oh, that's going to be an infield hit. Alright, it is 6-4. Mark Whitten is next. 1-1 to Whitten. And he grounds it to first, and that's the end of the game. I was waiting for that achievement for walk it off to show up. I was like, come on, if it shows up, I know I won. It never showed up. Alright, so I lost 6-4. So we won the first game very handily against the Dodgers, but we lost the last 2 games. Alright, so Greg Swindle had another really good start for the Cubs, former Montreal Expos. Tim Salmon got 3 home runs in a game. That's whenever you hit 3 home runs in one game, it's always a good game. And he went 5 for 5. Wow. Alright, so we have lost our last 2 games. And now we have 1 day off. There you go. So we're going to be playing a 3-game series against the Braves next time out. So it's going to be a lefty duel between Steve Avery and Carlos Perez. But yeah, we slid in the standings. It's usually not a great recipe whenever you lose a couple games. So we're back to 1 game under 500. So kind of emotion swings a little bit here during this stream, we're gonna go ahead and say we got a inside the park home run. Those are pretty rare. By Marquise Grissom, of course. All right, so yep. So kind of, it's still early in the season, but we're facing the next two series. We're facing the two teams that are ahead of us, so we kind of have our destiny into our own hands. So we might be able to do something if we can win most of those games, but it's not gonna be easy. Those are two good teams. Let's look at the Braves. Oh, they have Chipper Jones that's hurt for most of this season, so at least we don't have to worry about him, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. I've been talking for way too long. That's almost 2 hours of me talking here. I am starting to be exhausted, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. As usual, I want to thank you for tuning in, especially UFJ for being here for most of this stream. And of course, I'll see you guys next time whenever I roll this game again. So y'all have a good one. Thank you.